Emmanuel Ocho recently claimed that Celtics match up better against the Knicks without Tatum in the lineup, exclusively because of mindset. I believe a team is a reflection of its leader. Jason Tatum is the leader of Boston. They are an incredibly talented team, but they're not tough team. This is what Kevin Durant had to say. He responded on Twitter. Excuse me, on X. Damn. Hot take artists have ruined the sport. Football guys, no disrespect, but y'all boys need to stay in y'all lane. Y'all don't know what it's like to be between them lines. Give the man a break. Give it, he said, between these lines. Man, give it a break. Dudes who quit football early to pursue media talking mental toughness. Cut it out.
Hey, come on. Katie taking shots. But
man, just look. Love it or hate it.
Really is, but yeah.
KD gonna respond. I ain't got no problem with it. I
like it. I wish more players were like that. I wish more elite superstar players were like that and voice their opinion. That's why I like Twitter. I like X because it gives everybody a voice. Now it cuts the middleman out. Now you have players being able to have an opportunity.
Nothing lost in translation.
Okay, I got something for y'all then. Okay. Especially on you talking about. I love people having voices, but this is my thing though. You a champion, right?
Yeah.
So your mindset's gonna be totally different than somebody who wasn't a champion, is it not?
Correct.
So that's what I'm getting. You got people talking about the game and this and that, but how can somebody really define the game if you never won anything and tell somebody you talking from a losing perspective? You know, you never won. You was an individual. I'm not saying you was. It's a lot of guys that was great players.
That were great, but didn't win. That was great.
Never won. You don't talk about. It's all about me. What about, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
so you got a problem.
You was a great individual, but you wasn't a great team player. You didn't excel your team to be a winner. You didn't win. Your team was losing.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you said, unless you've been a champion, how do you tell me what it takes to become a champion?
Yeah, I'm right. How you gonna have a champion mindset if you've never been a champion?
I have another question for people that are in the media space, right?
Yes.
I'm talking to Sean. Obviously, with what he just said, how do you feel about people that talk about the game of basketball, the game of football, the game of hockey, and or pundits or analysts on it, or give their opinion or views on it, but have never played the game? Can you take what they say serious if they've never done it?
So this is my thing. I think the media is great at creating these narratives, and they can listen. Everybody can have their opinion about the game. I'm not saying this is open. It's an open platform. Everybody can discuss it on every level, from TV to social media to whatever you want to do, podcasts, whatever. But my thing is this, though: when you start dissecting and you really want to know the logistics of what it really truly takes, go talk to somebody who's done it before. I'm not going to come in your space and try to tell you how your job if I've never done it. I've never been a reporter. I'm not going to sit here and slide and say lane. But with that being said, I'm not going to sit here and discredit people either, though. There are some people that have but the narratives that the media create, it becomes a part of our thought process. It becomes ingrained in us. These stories that everybody, this is the one thing I don't think people truly understand. It's almost like if the media said they believe that bullshit. Yeah. And then now it becomes a thought process. Whether you agree with it or don't, it becomes a part of your thought process, and that's the first thing that comes to your mind when you say something. And that's the one thing that pisses me off more than anything. So, like, at the same time, I'm okay with people having an opinion, but let me give you something else to think about it. Think about it from a different perspective, different side of somebody who actually did it. I walked this life. I walked this path. I'm gonna show you what, from my experience and what I've been through, and I'm gonna pave this direction for you and this ideal for you. So when you sit here and you go through all these narratives, man, it hurts me sometimes and pisses me off. I just sometimes have to recuse myself from a lot of conversations because it's falling on deaf ears because everybody is fucking stuck on stupid at times. You know, common sense ain't common anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, it's so many levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying?
It is. I want to hand the baton. I want you to hand the baton off to me because I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Yeah. Guys that have covered this game, and I go particular, I say like a Tony Kornheiser or Michael Wilbon, guys that have covered the game. I think they understand the game, but there are intricacies unless you've been in that huddle, unless you've been in that locker room, in those intense moments, you couldn't possibly know. Now, see, they might go by what somebody told them. I'm going by what I know. Yeah. See, I was in the huddle on 4th down. I was in the huddle on 3rd and 6. I was in the locker room when we had lost 5 straight against Baltimore. So for you to say, I think this is what, no, I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know because I was there.
Yeah.
And so while they can write it and they've covered the game and they do a great job, and I'm like you, I don't discredit anybody that I've never said, well, you didn't play the game, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm saying from a standpoint of being in the locker room, being on the field, being on the court, there are certain things that I can speak to that even in your 30, 40, 50 years of covering a game, can't give the fans what I can. Having played the game far less than you've ever covered the game because I've been in the huddle. I've heard that call and I looked in guys' eyes and I know who, guys that put it, what they put in. And I know guys that bull jive because I'm there. I see them all the time. You get to spend open locker room, 30 minutes, 5 days a week. You get to spend 30 minutes on maybe Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't think you get to come maybe a little bit on Friday. That's all you get. I get to see that guy from 9 to 5, 5 days a week, then on the road on Saturday and Sunday in the locker room. You coming in after the game, so you don't get to talk to him before the game. So you don't know what he's thinking, or you haven't had a conversation with him before. And so that's why I don't discredit guys because there are some guys that do an excellent job. And they've talked to some of the greats, but you see, they're talking to them.
Yes.
I'm right there with him. I'm right there in the locker room. I'm sitting right next to him. I'm right there in the huddle. And so I just think guys that have played the game. Now, everybody that played the game, Matrix, can't get on TV and talk about the game.
Oh, no,
and
I agree.
Explain it in a way that maybe somebody in the media can talk about it. But that doesn't mean just because you can articulate your thoughts more or better that you know the game better. Or understand the game better.
Yeah.
Does hopefully that makes sense to the chat.
No, it does. It does. Mike, my guy, he's from the crib here. So Mike is great. Mike been on TV for
Mike's been doing it for 50 years.
Yeah, Mike has been on there, man. I love Mike, but you said something that's so dawned on me. Like you're experiencing somebody basically being around somebody 24/7 in the trenches with people. It's totally a different feeling. I used to say this when everybody was like, "How the team feeling?" I'm like, "Man, you have to be in the locker room to see. I can't express what we're going through right now. I can't even say it in words. It's kind of you got to be able to feel it. You got to see it. You got to be sitting next to me, and you got to be feeling that heat coming from my teammate next to me on both sides. And we just like we ain't say nothing. So I'm looking at my guy. We about to go to war out here, and it's like it's a whole different mindset. And I think it's so many different levels to this. Because I think it's so many great players that played this game in the NBA. It's a great fraternity that I'm in, and I take my hat off to the OGs who paved the way for me, man. I really do. I all them guys, they don't get enough credit, man. They don't get enough flowers, man. We don't talk about enough, and it's just sad because every year I feel like we losing some icons in this game, and and I'm 47 now. I just had a birthday last week, and I'm just sitting here. I just gotta take my hat off to these guys, man. I thank all the OGs that paid away from me, man. I'm truly blessed to be in the position I'm in. I don't take none of this for granted.
It's kind of like, me trying to go sit into a newsroom and try to tell them how to create a story or write a narrative or bro, I watched the game, but I can't craft it like you could.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I don't discredit anybody because I don't think I can do. See and Ocho, you and I have had this conversation. I don't feel that I can do your job better than you. I just feel I can do my job better than you can do your job.
Ooh.
Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's how I feel. I don't think I can do your job better than you. I just feel I can do my job better than you can do yours.
Yeah.
You deduce from that whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to discredit you from your job. Their job, whatever the case may be, a cashier, ain't no way I can be no cashier. I gave them people, they give me $1, I give them 10 back. They come in, all them numbers, and I ain't got time for that. I get frustrated. But I understand that people have a job to do. And I think it's easy to say because they won without Jason Tatum. They're not winning a championship without Jason Tatum. You think that? What do you think the odds are, Ocho? They win a championship. They're going to win the NBA championship without JT.
I mean,
so if that's not the case, they're not better without him because the odds are they're a better team. Do you think they would have won the championship last year without JT? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Matter of fact, since you posed that question too, based on Ocho and Kevin Durant going back and forth, this was just one game. What happens if they come back in this series and they get it done without Jason Tatum? What happens if they get to the Eastern Conference? Obviously, get to the Eastern Conference Finals without Jason Tatum. What happens if they do get a chip without Jason Tatum? What does that say?
Not.
Oh, you still think it's not possible?
They're not.
Even with the way Jaylen Brown played and Derek White.
No.
And Pritchard. Okay.
Listen, I said that same thing, Ocho. I swear I was talking to my guys last night about that. I just said, what if? Hypothetical. Ain't many teams in NBA history ever came back from a 3-1 deficit. But just hypotheticals. It's hypotheticals. Yeah. So that's a hypothetical, Unc. So that's what he's going with a hypothetical. Say, for instance, they win tomorrow. Boston wins tomorrow. They're able to get it back home. Because at the end of the day, I like the Knicks. I do. Jalen Brunson is a savage out there. He's killing that closer. But with that being said, though, the supporting cast only had one game in the series so far that they all of them scored over 20 points. One game. So, you don't know what the supporting cast is going to do. Jalen Brunson is the head of snake over there. And, a lot of these teams are one injury away from not doing anything. Am I right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so, but Boston is one team that has listen, they have enough to still do it. And
let me ask you a question.
That's everybody show up though.
So in other words, if I take Ocho's reasoning and I listen to you with if the Golden State Warriors had won that series, that means they're better without Steph Curry.
No.
Shit. That's different.
That's
whoa.
Okay.
All I did was remove the best player off the team.
But the supporting cast in Golden State is not even close to what they have in Boston.
What about Jimmy Butler? Play out Jimmy. You told me play out Jimmy. He's taking two teams to the NBA Finals, and he hadn't had. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. We just have a healthy conversation now since we doing what ifs.
Yeah, but they're done now. So they're done. But if you go look at the roster though. So go Boston starting go roster right now. Top 7 players. They're top 5 now because Tatum is out now. So their current roster right now. Look at their lineup though. Tell me what you think about their line compared to everybody else's lineup. If they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Without Jason Tatum, their best 6 players aren't better than the Knicks' best 6 players.
You don't think so?
Hell no. With Brunson, Cat, Bridges, Hart, who's the other guy? OG.
I love New York Knicks. Wow, I love those guys.
You got Mitchell Robinson and McBride. So if I take the Knicks' 7 best players minus Tatum, and so the Knicks 7 best players, and you give me the Celtics 7 best players minus Tatum, I'll take the Knicks.
Okay, we're gonna see. I mean, KP ain't showed up yet in this playoffs yet.
He ain't gonna show up, so let's start looking for him. He's 7'3" and invisible. So
see, I'm just a firm believer. I just don't. These guys have you got two guys. Well, you got 3 all-star pedigree guys on Boston Celtics. They've been either a former all-star or not. You know what I'm saying? The only current all-star on their team is Jalen Brunson right now. But Derek White could have easily been.
What about Cat?
No, hold on. Cat was all-star, but they got 2. That's what I'm saying. New York got 2. Boston, they got 2 current, but Boston has 1 current and 2 former, Drew Holiday and Porzingis. So with that being said, but then Derek White could have easily been one this year. I'm saying, was Al Horford an all-star too? Did Al Horford make it one time?
He has been an all-star. Yes, he's been an all-star.
He's a former all-star. So all-star, I know they older, but all-star pedigree does play and have some leverage. And
Matrix, I was a 12th grader. I was a former 12th grader, Ocho. What the hell?
It ain't over till it's over, Ocho.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It ain't over till it's over. But remember, this is all hypothetical. But anything is
Yeah.
possible. It ain't over till it's over. You know that.
Yeah,
anything
we do
happens.
that a lot, though. Ocho, we do that a lot. We see a guy in football go down. Well, they're a better team without him. No, they're not.
Absolutely.
No, hell, they not.
I mean, but
Somebody might, they won a game one time. Well, they won a game without Chase. Well, that mean they're a better team. What?
but
No.
You talk about, hold on. Jason Tatum is about to make his 4th consecutive All-NBA team.
Well
you
deserved.
mean to tell me a team is better without a first-team All-NBA selection?
you know what makes you question it though, Unc and Sean? You look at the way they played without him in that one game. It raises the question and the possibility of them actually being better without him because of the way they played.
What happens, Ocho? What happens when the original teacher is not? You get a substitute. Well, it's not the same. So now you do things differently. I believe the Knicks let their guard down. The Knicks like, well, they ain't got JT. They ain't gonna be ready to play, and they underestimated them. I bet they don't make that same mistake. I bet they don't make that mistake in the MSG.
Well, we're gonna see. Well, hope not. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man. When you out here, man, we can't. One of the things I learned a long time ago. You know this. The one thing you can control is what? Your effort. You can't control that fucking ball going in the hoop or not. So you don't listen. You can't control it going in the hoop. So like, hey man, listen, man, people feeling that pressure. And listen, I know Garden gonna be rocking tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Low key, I kind of wish I was in that. I ain't never been to a playoff game in New York. I would love to be there. But
hold on. Did Ocho did not see the 3 games they lost with Jason Tatum? So you better without him, but you lost 3 games with him. I mean, he had 42.
They was up 20 points in every game.
Listen, they're not winning. They're not what they are without Jason Tatum. He's one of the best players in the NBA.
Oh, by far, easily. That's not.
It's hard. Let's just say he's a top 10 player.
Yeah.
How is a team better without a top 10 player?
Okay.
You can win a game. See, and I think the thing is sometimes what happens, Matrix and Ocho, is that a team will win a game or two without their best player, and people are starting to believe, well, we can get rid of him and we can get something back. No, you can't. Don't do that.
Well, no. So hold on. Okay, now. I'm not gonna agree with that. I'm gonna tell you something now. So, like, put this way: if Jaylen Brown was out and Jason Tatum was playing right now, and they did the same thing, would you be still saying the same thing?
No, because I think they need both of them. Because when Kevin Durant became available, they offered Jaylen Brown and Derek White some draft picks for Kevin Durant. They didn't offer Jason Tatum.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, KD, my guy, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm just saying because right now, Jaylen Brown took over the role that Tatum does. Did he not in his last? So he became the main facilitator and did a great job at it. He never gets
he was due though.
Okay.
Did you see the way he been playing this? Have you seen the way he been playing this series?
So Jason Tatum last year was dedicated to point guard per se. That's what they said last year.
Right.
They let him be the main ball handler. So when you watch them play, a lot of times they go tit for tat. They go, Jason Tatum come down and shoot, then Jaylen Brown come down and shoot at times.
Yeah.
That's how. But now you don't have to go tit for tat. Now you got him designated as that spot right now. Listen, I'm just telling you, it ain't over till it's over with. I'm not saying they can. Listen, I would love to see New York go do.
I want to go. I wanted to go 7 myself.
I do too. I actually want all these to go 7. You know me, honestly. Hey, it's been some great basketball. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, anything is possible. I don't put nothing. It's like I said, it's all hypothetical though. Remember, we were just talking about, but it's hard to come back from a 3-1 deficit though. But those first 2 games though, honestly, they could have easily won though. They fucked them shits off.
They did.
They fucked them shits off. So we sit here and we keep acting like, you know what I'm saying, Boston is one of the things that Boston had, and the reason they was able to prevail last year that most people don't, they have 7 3-and-D guys. They went down with an injury last game. They still got those 6 3-and-D guys. A lot of teams don't have 3-and-D guys.
Yeah.
They do.
Everybody is starting to switch everything now.
Yeah. So That's what I'm saying, though. So, like, it's not over till it's over. And you just don't know. Maybe KP is due for a big game tomorrow.
Ocho, a fan pointed out the Colts' social media account has only posted throws of Daniel Jones and none of Anthony Richardson. Have the Colts already decided they're going with Daniel Jones?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I doubt it. I doubt it. Obviously, when it comes to quarterback competition between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, I think that's one that Anthony Richardson would win. Obviously, right now, what they're doing right now, I don't think it's a testament to who would be the starter, even if there is a quarterback competition. I really think that Anthony Richardson would win that out. Obviously, having the edge, knowing the offense.
Man, you ain't paying no guy no $14 million to sit on the bench.
Oh, so they.
What other backup quarterback you know making $14 million?
Okay, so you think they?
Or the 31 other
They're
teams?
gonna throw him in there, huh? Based on.
No, I'm just saying. I think there's a quarterback. I think there's a quarterback
Right.
competition. You said you don't think there's a quarterback competition. I think there's a quarterback competition. Or why else would they get that man 14
I know
million?
one thing. Anthony Richardson has a head start on that quarterback competition because he knows the offense.
Yes, I
He
agree.
knows the offense. So if you allow him to beat you out, I think it's more politics because they're paying Daniel Jones 14 goddamn million, and I think they'll just give.
Bro, I took you number 3 overall. I put $38 million in your pocket, guaranteed. I guaranteed your whole damn contract. What you mean? It's politics. It's politics that Anthony Richardson hadn't gotten better, and the things that he was doing wasn't conducive for you being a starting quarterback and being
You think
good.
Daniel Jones is the answer? Because we saw him in New York.
What's the question? What's the question? You said Daniel Jones the answer. I need to know what the question. Did he go to Duke? Yes. Is his name Daniel Jones? Yes. I mean, you can't just say, do I think Daniel Jones the answer? I need to know the
I'm
question.
just running down everything you said. I'm just running down everything you said that Anthony Richardson didn't do. Just saying, well,
Yes.
well, hell, what you think is gonna happen when goddamn Daniel Jones is there? It's gonna be all of a sudden he gonna go from what he was last year and all of a sudden just be what Tom Brady this year? No, absolutely not.
No, I think the thing is, but what does that
Daniel
say?
Jones is who he is.
In your third year, did they bring another receiver in and they have him
Oh
compete
no,
with you?
because by the time I hit my second year, I had arrived.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need to say there. That was not only the Colts gaffe they've made in the last 24 hours. The Colts ended up deleting their schedule release video that is done by Minecraft style and included a dolphin wearing a 10 Tyreek Hill jersey being pulled over by the Coast Guard. Remember what happened opening day? And an apology, the Colts said, we've removed our schedule release video because it exceeded our rights with Microsoft and included an insensitive clip involving Dolphins receiver Tyreek Hill. We sincerely apologize to Microsoft and Tyreek.
That wasn't fucking insensitive. Tyreek ain't one of them goddamn, oh my God, why did you do that? He loved it. And he tweeted it.
He said you should have left it up at Colts. This was funny.
It was funny. It was. I mean, people have to understand when you make jokes about certain individuals, you have to know who you're doing it to. Someone like Tyreek is going to laugh at that. He's not one of those overly sensitive people. And obviously, I'm assuming the people at the Colts don't know it. And maybe other people would get upset for Tyreek. Tyreek wouldn't care. It was funny.
Damn Tyreek, Microsoft. They tie your ass up with rights. Now they got more money than their whole NFL, all the NFL. You don't want to be messing with them, Ocho. There's certain things you can do like, I don't even care. And there's certain things when it comes to these big companies like this, they're sitting on $300, $400, $500, $600, $1 billion in cash. Don't fool with them, Ocho. It ain't even worth it. Take it down. I'm sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Ocho, you just apologize and keep it moving.
Yeah.
And keep it moving.
Some of the schedule releases and the creativity from some of the teams, I really enjoyed.
And that, Ocho, this is why we have to be super cautious. I told Ash, we're not showing another video. We make sure. We ask, can we show this on our platform? Make sure we get it, and then we're going to screenshot it. Because the last thing we want somebody to do is say, yeah, you can do it, and then erase it. And we ain't got we ain't giving no permission. You screenshot that, Ash. But that got our ass burnt. We had a 90-day, we in probate in hell. And then the dude took all the money the revenue that we got from the video.
That's fine.
That whole episode.
He done ran through that now. He ain't got no more of that left.
Ocho, you remember the guy that DM'd you last week?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What about
okay.
it?
He got upset. Like, bro, you gave us permission to show the thing. You gave us permission to show it.
Oh, I sent ass a message, and I was like, man, whatever, because it was the issue. I was like, well, if it's the issue, I mean, man, where you at? What's your location, so you can tell me what you're talking about in person? I asked 3 times. I mean, if you're feeling like, listen, I didn't say anything bad, huh? I ain't say anything bad. That's a long time.
But I'm trying to get.
He's
from Miami. You from Miami. He took it away. But I was like, bro. So you just bypassed what I said. So you only heard what Ocho said.
But I didn't say nothing bad. I just said that takes too long for me. I like to get in and out. In and out. That's all.
But he missed the point where I said before you said that, Ocho. I said, man, yeah, that's $300. Easy for the haircut, the facial, the shave, the trim. Yeah, that's $300. So but again, Ocho, we talked about that. Right. Remember, the way we're wired, we only hear the negative. He bypassed the positive, and I went longer with the positive than you did, saying that it take too long. I went way longer, but that's what he heard. But with my man, you doing a great job. You provide a great
I'm gonna go
service.
get the service. I'm gonna go get it.
You ain't got no damn haircut. Yours only $150.
I'm gonna give him the 3. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give him 300.
Well, let him shave your head with that straight razor.
No, cause I get bumps. I'm gonna do
that thing look like a Nestle Crunch.
It would. Hey, I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna have to ask information. I'm going to get that treatment. I'm gonna record it too.
Yeah, man. We had a dude on our team. I ain't gonna call his name. He shaved with one of them disposable razors.
No. Under here, it got.
Man, looked like he stuck his face in an ant bait. Nah, hey, we call him Bump Daddy.
Hey, it took me one time. It took me one time to do it. I forgot. I think it was 2007. The barber. I was in a rush, so he said, "Well, let me use this on you," and he used the electric.
The electric.
Oh my God,
boy!
It took about 2 days. Man, all this up under here, man, looked like a damn Nestle Crunch. Never again. And it took forever. It took forever to go away.
I know. Hey, I don't do that. Now I do shave with a razor. I put that blue steel on my face,
and I'm scared of that.
But that right there, no, oh no, man. Man, you be busting blackheads for months. Nah. According to Shams, Draymond was fined $50,000 for making an inappropriate comment that questioned the integrity of the game officials during Game 3. Cameras caught Dre on the sideline mouthing 5.5 spread during timeout after he fouled out.
Draymond just need to chill. Draymond, everybody loves Draymond. He talking about everybody after him because he do it. Draymond, you do something every time. They ain't calling this because you Draymond. You do something. They really give you a break, Draymond, and you still holler and cuss the official out every. If I was official, Draymond would be out of the game by the third time down the court. He'll be out the game.
But he do that.
Trying to get people get.
He does that because he know once he gets one, they're going to be very reluctant to give him that second tech and throw him out of the game because they don't want to influence the game.
Right.
Hey, I wouldn't be worried about the influence of the game. I mean, I ain't gonna let somebody cuss me out, average 6-7 points a game. I mean, Draymond got to get a triple double. He got to get a triple double. I know he said he feel good about this team. Butler coming, make this last playoff run with Curry, but the Curry got hurt. The team just seemed like they didn't have no more juice. They played to a limit, but sooner or later you need talent. You got to have talent on the floor to win.
Draymond has been fined $992,000 in his career, with $185,000 coming for actions towards official. He's also been docked $3.2 million for suspensions. So he's lost over $4 million.
Over $4 million. Yeah. Yeah, well.
I don't like to curse that much. I don't like to be right that much, Ocho. Oh, God. I don't know about you, Ocho, but hey, that was a good call. That was a good call, Ralph. Good call.
You know what? When you make that kind of money, Unc, It's like you ain't even paying it no mind, honestly.
Oh, you paid us some mind.
Yeah.
Huh? I know. I mean, you got to think about it. If you were to add up my fines, right? I know the times were different. The times were
Yeah.
different. Now you got to think for 11 years straight, I got fined every season for 11 years straight to the point where I put money aside because I know I'm finna cut up anyway.
But Chad, how much you get fined? Those are different. You might get fined
5,000. Yeah.
30,000 a year,
Five,
What if they
100,000
but
a
find?
year.
What if they
think.
find you $250,000 every year?
Hold on, Oak. You got to think, right? My first offense during the season, it starts at 5,000, right?
I'm saying, how much was the average a year? About 40, 50,000?
No. Because by the time I got to about week 10 and I was doing stuff, at that point it was 30 to 40 to 50,000.
So you
At that
think you
point,
got fined?
hey, Uncle, at that point, I ain't even care. I'm having fun.
You think you got fined $250,000 a year?
Yeah. Oh,
You think you got fined that much?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, let me tell you something. Remember when I tweeted on the sideline in 2009? That was 30 grand right there. You remember when in September I put on a poncho, like a real poncho and a sombrero in September. They took 50 for that. And you got to think, I kept doing stuff week in and week out. The orange chin strap, the black chin strap, wearing gold shoes. I didn't care. I just, and when you add it all up, by the end of the season, I didn't care because I was making it up anyway.
You was making money, so you really didn't pay attention to it. That's what happens sometimes.
It's all
It could
good.
be happening with Draymond.
Hey,
But I got fined a lot in my
you did?
career. I probably got fined about 4 or 5
You
million.
got fined too?
My whole
Oh,
career.
Damn,
shit.
But you played
I mean,
18 years, 19 years. Damn.
Yeah, well, mine was more like
For
suspension.
fighting.
You know, hitting a couple people in the head before the game and stuff.
You was out there tussling with him?
Man, hey, 1-2 is it.
Okay.
You know, ask Barkley about it.
Hey, you got it with Tyrone Hill. With Tyrone Hill, that's how many games you got suspended for?
That was at a pickup game.
No,
that was in the summertime.
You was fighting at the pickup game? Oh, you was fighting at the pickup game?
Yeah.
No,
Well, he tried to walk up on me. What you say, Shannon?
Who you got to fight with? Hold on. You slapped somebody. You went to that shoot around.
Oh, that was what's the name in the Clippers?
Ty Lawson.
McGinnis.
Jeff McGinnis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You knew that the word was going to get back to Stern, that you had did something, and he's going to drop the hammer. Why you do that?
It wasn't about that. He threatened me, man. Hey, I told him, I went in their practice. The whole team, everybody, the whole coaches, everybody was there.
Oh, they might have jumped you, man.
No, they weren't gonna do that. I told Lamar Odom, he said that's my friend. I said, well, you supposed to be helping your friend. He didn't help him. No, they know better.
Hey, you was the original Debo, man.
Well, I mean, when somebody threatened you, my brother always told me, don't wait for him, go to him.
I mean, but actually, in a basketball setting, words are just words. They really don't mean that outside of the court. They just saying it because on the court it's a safe place. So they ain't really mean it.
No. Hey, Chad, there's one thing I don't play on the court, and I don't play off the court.
Don't.
So
I mean,
if you want to
play, what you see is what you get. I've been knowing it 30 plus years.
Yeah.
He is exactly what he said. Believe if he say he gonna slap the ish at you, if he get close to you, he gonna slap you.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
But
no, it's all good.
Who did you lend money to? Who did that you lend money to in the card game, and he didn't pay you back?
Tyrone Hill.
Yeah.
Tyrone Hill. Yeah.
That happened at a game too.
He paid you back? He paid you back yet?
Well, he was trying not to, but he said he was going through a divorce, and then he said his wife or something happened, this and that. I'm like, huh? I said, I ain't lending to your wife. So I got it right before the playoff, though. Look at
Man, you was a wild one on that one. Oh, tell us about the cooking ventures. How did you learn how to cook?
Man, I learned basically, my family, big time cooking, grandparents, mother, aunts, and sisters. But my thing is, my rookie year, I had some, some skills already, but traveling a lot, this and that, going in at the hotel, my rookie year, basically I had a lot of vets on the team. But, I just like going to these restaurants, I just got tired of it. It's just go doing the little things, either burgers, spaghetti, steak, potatoes, a little pasta, and the breakfast food. So I just started adding on to it. But as I got good and good, all the guys on my team started coming over to eat. I thought, making a team thing, bringing everybody together, and all that. And I just fell in love with it. And it's relaxed me.
I saw you cook for Jay-Z, you cook for Jordan, you cook for Oprah. What did you cook? What did you cook for Hov?
So basically, it was at MJ 40th birthday party in DC. And it was, like I said, Jay-Z, we was playing cards, Beyonce, everybody, Bob Johnson. I mean, it was a lot of people. So it was his birthday party. We got snowed in at the Ritz. And so at the Ritz in Washington, they got two tiles, the north and south tile. So I was in the condo, MJ was in the rooftop. So we ended up having a party after his birthday. And basically, we cooked 2 days in a row. I mean, I just went to the store. We just got a lot of food, and they just had a good time. But I do a lot of things like that. Invites. I give guys my likings to, put it on their charity and auction me off, and they bid on me. Matter of fact, I got one in Syracuse, New York, in about 2 weeks. Going cook for like 50 people. Basically, I can do that by myself. But it's just something I just love to do, and I really like to see a smile on people's face. And everybody said, well, this and that, because I'm picky. You know what I mean? I send something back in the mail.
Damn sure will.
So my thing with me is, I know I put my heart and soul, and I don't want somebody sending my food back to me. So I'm gonna make sure it's right.
What's your favorite thing to cook, Oak?
Oh man, I tell everybody it's me, but I don't know. I try to cook what you like. I'm good. I'm like the alphabet, A to Z, all 26. I can do 26 different things.
Hey, you know how dope that is, Unc? They had that in your toolbox. You know how to cook, man. That's I think one of the greatest things to ever have in your toolbox as a man. If you have money, if you don't have money, but if you can cook, and you can play instrument. If you can cook and play instrument, and if you want to add the cherry on top, know how to sing as well. If you can play,
I can't do none of that.
I can't sing. Hey Chad, I can play spades and bid whiz.
See, now we talking. That's how you gonna get me to come to the cook. That's how you gonna get me to come. Cause now you talking about language. Oh, you talking about the spades.
Spades and bid whiz. Yes.
If you went to an HBCU, you went to a black college.
Oh yeah.
If you can't play spades, and if you can't Joan, you in trouble.
Oh man,
you in trouble. And that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm a spadeologist. So I'm the highest ranking, you got the grandmaster in chess.
Okay. We go out there and set up. We go out to get together. You bring a partner, I bring a partner.
Okay, we can do that. I already got mine.
Next time you're in Atlanta, we're going to, I'm telling you.
How you play? Do you play big joker, little joker? How you play?
I can play big joker, little joker, or no joker, just ace king. I don't know. I don't mess with deuces.
Okay. See, now you people play deuce of diamond, deuce of spade, big joker, little joker.
But when they talk about deuces, I tell them I ain't playing. I don't want to play with no deuces. You got big joker, little joker. Then you got two deuces. Nah.
Okay.
Just big joker.
We play big joker, little joker, ace king.
Yeah. Okay. Some people don't play no joker.
Hey, I don't like play like that. Nah.
Hey, I got the team. I got the team.
Who?
Me and you, spades game against Oak and Jordan.
You don't know how to play, Ocho?
Yeah.
I know how to play spade. What you talking about? I'm a spadeologist too.
Hey, yeah, that'd be a good one.
Hey, whatever y'all.
Hey, that'd be a real good one.
Absolutely. Whatever y'all want to bet too. Tell Jordan, put it on
Ocho, do you really know how to play?
Hey, you might have said the wrong things that we want to do.
Hell nah. We playing for fun.
No. We don't do nothing for fun. We don't do nothing.
Yes, I do.
Nah. Hey, we trying.
Chad, you can play, huh? That's good.
I'm out the city in Miami, boy. I grew up playing spades, boy.
I know y'all play dominoes down there.
Boy, now we talking.
Now see, I don't play no dominoes. Hey, y'all still play tunk?
Every now and then. That was the thing we played on the plane back in the rookie days.
Tunk, guts.
People don't play tunk no more. They play poker and they bid whiz.
Oh, see, we used to play.
I love to play spades too.
We used to play in between too. Y'all play in between?
What's that?
Oh yeah, no, the basketball player. I played with a lot of football players. They love that in between, and they love guts.
Look, I'm just telling you, hey,
Guts.
Boo Ray.
Boo Ray. Now we don't play too much Boo Ray. Football guys do it all the time. I know all the football guys.
Yeah, man.
I used to Drew. Hey, that was Drew Hill first. Favorite thing. Drew Hill. R.I.P. Drew Hill. He was the man.
So what's on the cooking journey? You got, because you were on a cooking show. So what are you looking to do, another reality show about you cooking?
Yeah. I'm know what? You know my book is out, The Last Enforcer. Yeah. So I put my cooking book on hold, but I'm gonna come out with that this year. So I was on Chops. I've been on a lot of different cooking shows. I did, like, when I was in Toronto, I did like 3 or 4 shows. So this year I'm gonna speed things back up because my wife, we on Atlanta Housewife. I don't know, it is what it is. So we gonna finish. We're gonna finish that up, and we're gonna move on to the next thing. And I'm gonna get my cookbook out, and we're gonna try to do some other stuff.
All right, we're gonna get you out of here on this one. If the Knicks make the NBA Finals, are you going to a game?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to a game according who they playing on the road. I mean, right now I've been banned from the Garden, so I don't want to. I got jumped on twice. I don't want to get beat up again. So sometimes they say you learn your lesson after twice.
So hey, man, do I need to put a call in the door and say, look here, man, that's Oak. He a fan favorite. He a crowd favorite. He a New York favorite. You got to have Oak in the building.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I've been trying to get things situated with him. He just one of them guys, I call him Trump nephew.
Well, damn, Oak, you ain't helping. I tried to get you in. You tried to stay out.
I ain't call him Denny nephew.
Damn, Oak. Man, I'm trying to get you in, and you tried to stay out.
Hey, man, sometimes, I'm used to the cold, so I got a jacket.
All right, Oak, last question. Give me your Mount Rushmore power forwards. The power forward. Give me your 4 guys that you're going to put on Mount Rushmore.
So is Akeem a center or power forward? Well, I'll say, okay, so I'm going to go with, so I'm going to give you 5.
God damn.
I'm going to give you Mikhail.
You got 4 heads.
Okay, 4. I mean, okay, I'm going to give you Cat McHale. Point wide, Karl Malone, I'm gonna give him a flag. Sometimes we don't always see eye to eye.
You don't see eye to eye with, and a whole lot of people you see eye to eye with, Oak.
Well, like the guy from Auburn, he weighed about 400 pounds. He's a third.
Oh, Charles.
Oh, big.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna stay old school. I'm gonna give it to Sheed Wallace, crazy ass.
Man, hold up. How you leave Tim Duncan off?
Tim Duncan's the center.
Tim a forward.
Okay, well, so I'm gonna start over then. I'm gonna go Tim Duncan, Cat McHale, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone.
Right. I like it.
I'm leaving Sheed, Derek Coleman. Giannis, them guys. I think all them guys the same. Right. If you had a team, who you want? You probably, I know y'all probably gonna take Giannis. Giannis, Sheed Wallace.
No, my first. If I power forward, I'm talking.
No, Giannis or Sheed Wallace. Giannis or Sheed Wallace.
Over Rasheed?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know. I'm taking Sheed.
I take Giannis.
Sheed should have been the best power forward ever.
Yeah.
Shoot the 3, shoot mid-range.
Post.
What Giannis don't do nothing better than him, but dribble the ball up the court.
Finish.
No.
You don't think?
He finished that. He playing against the little kids of the poor. That's why.
I play against who he play against, Oak.
Man, I know. He would have been back in the 80s and 90s. He like I told somebody, he probably been on the bench because he can't make free throws and couldn't shoot a jumper. My jumper better than his. My free throws better than his. He's just a better athlete.
Y'all have roughed him up though.
He wouldn't have came in there. he gained weight after he got in the league. You had to come in the league with it.
All right, oh, tell the people how they can follow you on social media. What's your handle on IG?
I'm Real Oak 34.
Twitter.
And And I'm on Twitter, you know me, the enforcer.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, 34 of
Hey,
enforcer.
hold on.
And
Before you go, you got to do me a favor, right? Listen, during the NBA playoffs and during NBA season in general, I have a hit list of players, that I've challenged that I have to play when we have some time. Joe Johnson, who else?
Antoine Walker.
Kenya Martin, Antoine Walker, ISO Joe. Oh, I already said ISO Joe. Who else we got? Who else on my hit list?
What y'all doing?
I'm playing
playing 1-on-1.
Playing everybody 1-on-1, right? So I need you to do me a small favor. I need to tell Jordan I need to get a 1-on-1 with him.
One-on-one?
Right now. I don't tell him I don't want no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing. We can go to 11. I'll spot him 5 right now.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. You see me play, you understand why I said that.
I ain't counting your game out. I'm just saying he stayed ready for the moment. So he got a couple of shoes. Wouldn't that be a good one though? You gonna give him you go to 11, you gonna give him 5?
Absolutely. And he get the ball first. I'm one of them ones. I'm one of them ones.
You might not see it no more. He at least got to give you the ball first. You give him 5.
Listen, I'm a gentleman. I respect my elders.
Okay, well, he's the oldest, so I understand that. They always tell me if somebody old you in the group, you got to respect. When they're youngin', they got to respect me. That's how that goes.
All right, hey, when I'm in Atlanta, I'm gonna hit you up, man. Let's go grab a bite.
All right, and we gonna play that spades too.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right. Hold on. What's the money line? What we bet?
I don't know. I don't know. 1,000 a game. That's easy. I'm just saying, start off.
One money.
They say when you buy in at poker, you buy in again. So we start off and go up.
Oh well,
hold on.
We gonna play more than one game.
Go low.
Hey, what about
what
this?
What we going to? 300 or 500?
300.
Okay. Good. Cool enough. Bet.
I'm ready.
And 500, you just want to hold hands.
Hey, let me ask you this. Hold on.
We don't want to hold hands.
Sandbagging. You go over.
We just play.
All right.
If you sandbagging, you ain't trying to get 300.
Hey, don't worry about my hand. You bet your hand. Don't worry about you sandbagging. You bet your hand. Don't worry about what
I don't care. I like sandbagging. I mean, you ain't trying to win. You sandbagging.
No, I'm trying to set you. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
You play 2 sets and over?
No, we don't. That's what I'm asking. Do you play like that?
No, I don't play. I play whatever. I don't think I play first hand. You get 10. That's 200.
Yeah,
automatic win.
Yeah, for sure.
Automatic win. I don't play no blinds.
No. Hey.
Okay.
Hey,
some people play blind.
I'm gonna run a Boston off the muscle.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna run a Boston.
Hey, I could already tell we already won. We
got this one. Ocho. We got him.
All right, I can't wait.
Hey, Oak.
I can't wait. All right.
Thanks for stopping by, Oak. I'll holler at you.
All right, Chad.
We talked about LeBron's tweet last night. This is what he said, Oak. Halle effing hooping. Where's the lames who said he was overrated? Quiet as hell, that boy nice, even more someone everyone would love to play with. This is what Rachel Nichols said. If you look at how many players even answered who's overrated question, only 90 of the 450 players in the NBA. Then you see only 14.4% of the 90 voted for Tyrese Halliburton. It maps out to 13 guys. Obviously, it should have been 0, but the NBA is the most petty league on earth. Oh, what do you think about the players? Are we making too much out of this? Basically, 13 players said Halle was overrated.
I mean, yeah, we're making too much out of it. I think he's a great team player. He do what for his team to win. It ain't, he come trying to average 25 points. There's a team that move the ball around. Everybody get the ball to the open guy. And, the team must feel happy with what he do 90 and 90 out. They gave him a guarantee. They gave him an extension like 2 years ago, a year ago. And and plus he's on the dream team. Yep. And I think that he's a good kid. He the face, for the Pacers. Like I said, they back-to-back Eastern Conference, finals. So, hey, every team need a guy. You ain't got to be the guy that average 25 points. You need that guy that you can go to and know that he got your back. And he seemed like he's a real gentle guy. And, the teammate praised him. So, hey, people can always, say this and that about your game, but as long as you know what you bring to your team, that's all
that
matters.
matters.
I told Unc, right? I said the players that actually voted that might have said something, I just said they only said it because his game wasn't aesthetically pleasing. It wasn't nice to watch. It's beautiful to watch goddamn Kyrie Irving. It's beautiful to watch Shea, what he does.
Right.
It's beautiful to watch Steph shoot threes and come off pick and rolls and pick and pop and all that stuff. It's beautiful to watch Kevin Durant, come off something and pull up in the midi. But when you watch Halliburton, it's not pretty, but he gets the job done.
Get the job done. He the second. He on the second, third tier guy. He's not in the top tier of the NBA. But you know what? Everybody got to have a guy on their team to be the leader, be the captain. So he's that guy. So if he don't have a 25, but they still win, that's what's best for the team. So everybody into the crossover behind your back. And one. Kyrie finished at the rim. Curry shoot one leg, half-court shots. Giannis coming down the gut, dunking on everybody. AD, do what he do, but that's what make your team go. LeBron facilitate for his team, get everybody involved. I mean, everybody got a different job. When you're a leader, my thing is, where you at the last 2 years, it's hard to critique his game in a bad way because the team is there. It's a team effort, and he's at the stake of the team.
Nick Van Exel has a theory on the increased Achilles tears. He said there have been an Achilles tear throughout the years, but my thoughts on them is that they happen more now than I think if something has to do with them damn lows the players wear nowadays. Cover them ankles up, fellas. You think it has something to do with the shoe that the guys are wearing, or what do you think the problem is?
I mean, a lot of guys getting hurt wearing low tops now. It's cute shoes, but when you're playing ball, you gotta be tightened up, and for all safeties, this and that. But they're doing more running too. They getting them down the court more. They turning more. We used to play up and down. Now they're playing sideways and up and down. So it ain't physical, but you still get up and down. You put miles on them shoes.
Let me ask you a question though. And then, did guys tape their ankles? Do guys tape their ankles, or do they play free?
I don't think they tape. I think we played 90% tape. Now it's probably 20% tape. Because when we played, if you get hurt, if your ankle get twisted, and you can't play, they're going to find you.
Damn.
They don't do that no more. Oh, yeah. They just find guys. So that's why most guys in our era, they played with the ankles, sore ankles or this and that because they was taped. But now they tape, they don't get them taped. And they twist them, they got to miss 2 or 3 weeks.
Because I don't know how, did you tape your ankles, Ocho?
Yeah, for fashion, not for no support. I like to feel the ground, Unc. I can't feel the ground with tape on my ankles. I need to be flexible in a sense. I was with Reebok at that time. Reebok had uniforms and stuff, right?
Right.
I had them take I had them take all the cushion and what you call it, the lining out of my shoe.
Yeah.
So my cleat was nothing but a shell and some shoelaces. Right. I need to feel everything. It was like I had a track spike.
So you wanted like a soccer shoe.
Exactly. I need to feel the floor every time I touch the floor.
So when we played with Pat Riley, we had to tape and shoot around.
What?
And shoot around?
Yeah. Yeah. We had to tape sometime and shoot. If we lose the game by 20 points or something, we had to get next shoot around. We had to come in tape because we run suicides and all. Yeah, Pat Riley, he made sure you was in shape. Body fat, everything.
Wait, suicides at the NBA level because you lose a game?
I mean, it's felt like that, yeah. I mean, that's how he get all the miles on them shoes.
Achilles and ACL injury this season alone. DeJounte Murray tore his Achilles. Dame tore his. Jason Tatum tore his. Isaiah Jackson tore his Achilles. Drew Smith ruptured his Achilles. Kyrie, Grant Williams, DeAnthony Melton, and Maurice Wagner all tore ACL and Grant Williams had meniscus damage. I tape that directly to my skin. Yeah. So I would tape directly to my skin.
You ain't got no pre-wrap?
Huh?
You ain't got no pre-wrap?
I ain't got no pre-wrap. I got mold skin. You know that thick mold skin. You know that thick tape?
To pull up.
I had the mold skin, and then I had that brown tape, Ocho. You know that brown tape, they got to take the scissors to cut.
Okay. That's what I mean.
That's how I tape my ankles.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. I ain't have no pre-wrap, no.
I thought that was the thin. The
No,
thin
I had
brown.
I had that brown tough ass tape that they had to take the scissors to cut.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, okay.
Yeah. My ankles were bad, man. I couldn't chance it, Ocho.
Yeah.
Now I didn't
Wow.
take. Now that's in the game. Now I did regular tape in practice,
Right.
but for the game.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing, I wore.
But you stopping and go in the game a
Yeah,
lot
but
though.
see, the thing is that I wore mids, and then later in my career I went to the low.
Oh, okay.
But see, but I didn't roll my ankle like a lot of people roll their ankle over the top. I turned mine in. So
Ah,
people would fall over, would drag me down, Ocho, and the ankle roll in.
I know what you're talking about. Because they pulling you from behind too, huh?
Yes, yeah,
And they putting their
That,
weight
that
on you. They
hip
putting their
drop,
weight
that
on
hip
you.
drop tackle.
Yeah, they put their weight on you.
Yes.
So you get caught right underneath.
Yep.
I think we play guard, like point guards, two guards might wear lows, but all the big guys they wearing highs. They wouldn't wear no low top. If somebody see you in the paint with low top, they gonna knock you in the head.
But see, you remember when you a little older than me, but you remember Chuck Taylor's. Guy used to play Chuck Taylor,
Oh,
get
yeah.
up and down, ain't have no cushion, ain't have nothing, and
No
they never twist no
support.
ankle.
It's,
Them Chuck Taylor just like remember them pro
Yeah.
kids that were Chuck Taylor. They had no support.
None.
hey, I played Unc and Ocho. I played with Jerron Ennis with Boots in Philly, and Gilly. Gilly was there too. And they had a celebrity basketball game I played in. I wore black high top Chucks, some Chuck Taylors. And they looking at me,
Chuck Taylor.
crazy. Everybody else with the Kyries and the KDs and the LeBrons and the and the Jordans. Man, I dropped about 12 out there, man, in a pair of Chucks. I'm moving, and everybody else, well, you ain't got your shoes taped up? No, because when I'm wearing them Chuck Taylors, I can feel the flow. I can feel everything. And
Yeah.
it felt so comfortable, and everybody looking at me like, boy, you crazy, boy, you gonna twist something. I say, man, I'm good.
Dr. J used to wear them. Dr. J back in the days.
And then they came out with the cons because like when Dr. J, everybody wore the cons. Ain't nobody wore in the early 80s. Ain't nobody wore in the 70s and the 80s. Ain't nobody wore Nike.
Right.
Nike didn't take off till Jordan got there. Everybody wore the cons, the
Jordan
Dr.
got
J
it, yeah.
cons.
Yeah.
They wore the Magic Johnson weapons. They wore
Magic
the Larry
Johnson
Bird
what?
weapons. Huh?
What you mean weapon? What brand is it?
That's what they call the Converse. That's what
Okay.
Magic and Birds were called. And the Dr. J
Bird,
Dr. J
yeah.
cons. That's what they were heavy, but that's what everybody wore. And then when there are a few guys that wore like Iceman, Moses Malone had Nike contracts, but the Converse was the shoe. The only person I remember wearing Adidas, correct me if I'm wrong, was Kareem. Kareem had the top 10 Adidas. He was the only guy that I saw with Adidas. Everybody else normally had Converse, and there were a few guys sprinkled in there that had on Nikes.
Hey, did they wear pony back in the days? Pony had basketball shoes and
Pony, yeah. Spud Webb wore ponies.
Yeah. Yeah, some people wore ponies.
Spud Webb and Robert Parrish wore ponies.
Okay.
Okay.
I remember I had a pair of pony cleats, man, as a little kid, man.
I had pony cleats too. And back then,
ponies was big back then. Pony was big back then.
They were. But back then, when I was like in middle school and high school, the posters. So you had the Iceman sitting on the block of ice.
Oh yeah, the two balls.
You had the
Two
poster.
ice balls. Yeah,
the
that
poster was huge back then. And I had a bunch of posters. I had a bunch of posters with Bird, and I had a bunch of posters with everybody else. They'd probably be worse up than now. But back then, you wasn't even thinking. You wasn't even thinking about, man, these gonna be worse.
Right.
My grandma like, boy, you need to throw that ish in the trash, junking up my house. An anonymous player on the Nuggets says Russell Westbrook is immature per Ramona Shelburne. According to Ramona's article, she reported minutes after the Nuggets lost Game 2 in their first round series against the Clippers, Edelman had a problem. While he had been at post-game lectern, there had been a heated discussion between Westbrook and Gordon in the locker room. Multiple sources told ESPN Gordon had challenged Westbrook about his attitude. Outside the locker room, one player relayed why Gordon might have done so. He's so immature, he said of Westbrook. First, Russ' wife Nina came to defense on IG. Why the Nuggets title hopes might hinge on a volatile player in the NBA? You should be ashamed. Volatile? You should be ashamed for so many reasons. I'll let you decipher them. Jay Williams doesn't want to hear excuses for Nikola Jokic. Uh, oh, this who said? Oh, this is what she wrote at Ramona Shelburne, ESPN. Dirty work with Ramona. How could you share and spread so many lies randomly for no reason and with such conviction? You're using his name for clickbait during the playoffs, which is ridiculous. Trust me, I know the facts about literally everything. Normally, I let you guys tell your silly lies in peace. Enough already. Stop with the lies. Go Nuggets.
Hey, players do get into it
They do.
all the time.
They
You know
do.
that.
They do.
I'm not sure why is this even news? Okay, there's a disagreement. Okay, I don't like the way you act sometimes. I mean, that's
It
life.
is.
That's sport. For people that have never been a part of a locker room or any type of organized activity, this happens all the goddamn time. It's even news. Hell, shit, I'm sure it was some time Carson didn't like some of the stuff I did. I'm sure it was time when Coach Lewis didn't like some of the stuff I did. What did they tell me? Hey, well, I don't like that, but I need you to chill a little bit. Shit, Big Willie. Big Willie told me, stop talking to the defensive linemen in TV timeouts. You don't have to deal with them. I said, hey, Big Willie, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm just talking shit. He said, yeah, you talking trash, but we got to
you
block
talking
them.
to trash to people you ain't got to block.
Right. So I mean, okay, I get it. There were certain things that it happens.
Yeah.
You have little riff-raffs and okay, they got into it. So what? What?
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to be in locker rooms where stuff didn't get out. I think now, I don't know if people pillow talk. I don't know.
Hey, everybody a chatty patty, boy.
Yeah.
Everybody chatty patty. They can't wait. And it's a certain player that knows all the goddamn reporters and always want to leak some stuff. Oh, it always comes from about somebody inside the house.
Because I was that's one thing. How was work? It was work. What we practiced. We met. We practiced. Oh, such and such called and said. I said I don't know nothing about that, and that don't go no further. I know somebody called you and said this, but don't you call somebody else and say that. Because I don't want that ish coming up because at the end of the day, you are a representation of me. Keep your mouth closed. What somebody else got going on, that ain't got ish to do with you. You worry about this house. All that other stuff that's going on out there, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Well, I don't know about nothing. It ain't my business to know. It's my business to know Shannon's business and what goes on here. What you doing? That's my business. All that other stuff, what they doing, I let them worry about that because I can't control their house. I ain't in their house, so I don't know what you're talking about. Well, he said, I don't see that. That's the problem right there. He said, and now you repeating it. I don't get down like that. I don't want to hear nothing about what's going on in somebody else's house. If it's not football related,
I ain't got anything to do with it.
I'm like, hey, bro. All I'm saying, I ain't gonna go. Hey, you need to tighten your screws down a little bit. You're a little loose out here, man. Sharp, what you mean? What you mean? Hey, Sharp don't go out, but if Sharp know, how did he know?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going. Oh, okay. You're right. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I don't know how you do it wherever you were, but Mike ain't gonna play that. Mike will get rid of your ass.
Yeah.
Quick. So anything that's gonna take your focus away from winning ball games,
right?
Not being attentive, look here. That's one thing. Hey, you came to work when you went to Dove Valley, Bronco Parkway, you went to work. All that other stuff, and because I try to warn them because we one of the first teams that had cameras throughout the whole building, in meeting rooms, big meeting rooms, training. I said, y'all do know, y'all run out of here. Y'all get on the phone. Y'all run out of here and you get on your cell phone. That's okay.
Mm.
Man, that's okay. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Oh, hey.
Hey, listen, I'm laughing because I'm guilty, boy.
Hey. You know the old people like, okay. Oh.
Yeah.
That's what my grandma went home. She like,
that's it. Just a nod, huh? Hey, you brought back some memories, boy. You
Ocho,
brought back memories.
For that time,
yes,
I didn't have to be. I wasn't on special team, but on Friday. So Friday, there's like, hey, and special teams coach would always say, hey, we're gonna do hands team, so don't worry about it. We'll go over it. Just be out there on the field, blah blah blah. Right. So I didn't really have to get to meetings till 9:00. But anyway, okay, we got a break. So we got the big meeting. Mike, we got the big thing, and then we're gonna break up, and the defense gonna go in the area, offense stays here. And then after the offense, we're gonna be okay, we got a 10-minute break because we're gonna break up an individual. We got the tight ends, the running backs, the wide receivers.
Yeah.
What was that? Man, Sharpe, man, you ain't never on the phone, man. I mean, damn. I said, let me ask you a question. Where you think my girl think I'm at? Where do you think I think she's at? Because, see, y'all calling to check up. If I got to do that, I got to get me a new girl. I ain't calling to check up on you. You don't call to check up on me. As a matter of fact, my phone was off. Now, if something like, look, my phone was off. My nephew passed. They called, my sister called the Broncos. My phone was off. They said, Shannon, such and such, Mike need to see you.
Dang.
I said, yo, what's up, Mike? Say, your nephew passed. I said, oh, so your sister said she's been trying to get in touch with you. I said, okay, I'll call her. I called her. She said, Shannon, my baby gone. It's like, all right, I'll be there. I said, Mike, I got to go. He said, all right, just let me know when you're coming back. I went home, took care of my sister, got that situated. I came, that was like a Saturday. I got back that Wednesday.
Right.
I'm all business, bro. When I'm at work, I'm at work. I ain't talking to nobody on the phone. I ain't doing all that stuff. I do all that stuff. Hey, and now I'll talk, because it was 2 hours difference in time. So I'm going to work. I might call my sister, or once I got done with work before it got too late, because, it's already, 7 o'clock. My grandma going to bed. If I wanted to talk to my granny, I was like, hey, let me put granny on the phone right quick. But other than that, no, I ain't about that, all that talking and like, I'm at work, Ocho. What am I doing at work?
Yeah, boy, you better than me, boy. We got two different approaches, boy. Hey, listen, when we leave that big team meeting and we got that 10-minute break before we go to the offensive meeting, I'm on that phone, boy. I'm scrolling Twitter. I'm scrolling, because this toward the end. I got Twitter by that time, 2008, 2009, 2010. Man, I'm all on there, man. I'm having a good time, sending my tweets out, and boom, I'm going to my meeting. Now, I don't take my phone with me to the meetings, but once I hit that meeting room, well, I'm strictly business.
I never took a phone in the meeting. Yeah.
Hey, but boy, when we got that break, oh boy, listen, you know how black folk, boy, when we get a break, boy, we break.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I ain't playing.
I'm going to Joan.
Give me a break, boy.
I'm going to Joan. I'm bragging on somebody. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do. Check this out. I don't know if you guys have heard. Michael Jordan will be joining NBA on NBC and Peacock as a special contributor. Jordan, the Bulls, won 6 titles. He's a 5-time champion, and he's regarded as the GOAT. What version of MJ will we get on air? What you expecting? Because think about it. I think NBC, the NBA hadn't been on NBC since what, 2002? Because the NBA used to be on NBC. Right. Well, before it was on CBS. I remember when they had Bill Russell used to commentate with Brent Musburger. That was before your time, Joe. And then it went to NBC. Bob Costas, Marv Albert, sideline reporting was Ahmad Rashad. I mean, we really never heard Mike really talk basketball. Not in a professional setting. Not in he's sitting around.
Yeah.
You hang out with him, he talk ball like that. But cameras, action, people around. I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
I think he's gonna be very blunt and honest on there, like just telling it kind of how he really see the game. Like, I think it's gonna be pretty entertaining, Unc and Ocho.
I think people are gonna tune in because they want to hear Jordan talk. Because we really never heard Jordan talk except in a press conference or except after a game. You know what I'm saying? We've really never heard him in a studio, and he's asked to give a critique or an analyst or analyze what happened in the game or what this player did. I like this player. I like Kobe. He liked LeBron. He liked this. He liked that. But to ask to critique and analyze a game, we've never heard him do this. But I'm not saying that he can't, because obviously the man has a tremendous basketball IQ.
I mean, it's going to be interesting just to hear his views, his points, based on what he's seeing, being able to critique while being fair.
I wonder if they're going to call him a hater when he calls somebody out. Because they call everybody else a hater.
It all depends on it all depends on how far he goes in his assessments on players or what's going on. And listen, he's gonna pick and choose the way he wants to commentate and analyze as well. He might not want to put himself in position where he has to critique people in that manner, the way most analysts and pundits.
Charles Barkley does.
I think it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny.
I just want to hear. I just want to hear him with his take, because I think the thing is that a lot of times people think the greater you are at something, the more opinionated and easier it is. But we know from football, some of the greatest guys that have ever played the game can't talk about the game.
Right.
And it's funny how that works, because a lot of times, like bodybuilding, I'm a big bodybuilding fan. A lot of times bodybuilders can train themselves, but they can't train somebody else.
Me.
So I'm really anxious to see and to hear Jordan his critique and his analysis of the game and players in today's game.
Yeah, me too. I expect for it to be blunt, Unc and Ocho. I expect for him to really tell it how it is, because maybe he'll draw the analysis as far as like when he played in today's game. But
I know he don't like that three.
Yeah, I know he loves that three ball. So I'm excited too, man. I think it's gonna be fun because it's a whole generation, especially today, who never even got a chance to see him play. So,
or heard him speak.
Yeah, or even heard him speak. So, I think this is going to be great for the basketball world for sure.
He different. I mean, if you've never been around him, he talk ish about everything. I'm talking about from what you got on. He playing cards. I mean, there ain't nothing that he ain't talking ish about. And he want to gamble on everything. How long does it get from point A to point B? Man, come on, dude. I'm just here, man. Hey, how y'all doing? How everybody doing, man? I ain't coming to bet no money, man. Hey, he's a very, like I said, I mean, seeing him on television don't do him justice. Yeah. You got to see him in person to get a sense and a feel of who and what this man is. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's different, bro. It's different. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, I had the pleasure to be around him on numerous occasions, and I just kind of sat back and watched. I didn't ask a lot of questions, Unc and Ocho. Like, we had things we would do in the summer, whether it was brand Jordan athletes taking vacations together, or us just meeting up, hanging out. And every time, bro, I would just be like, just watching, just trying to pick up any and everything, because as he's talking, he's giving game at the same time. he take us out to eat and we sit there and we talk and he'll tell you, hey, look, man, all you gotta do is average 5 to 6 points a quarter, man. That's 20, 24 points a game. Like, it ain't easy. I mean, it ain't hard. We make the game hard, but he broke it down to a science, and had the work ethic to prove it. But yeah.
Does he seem real?
No, it really didn't a lot of times because Unc and Ocho, that's who, as a kid, I grew up watching all them Bulls games. Like I said, they played on WGN or something like that. And I know we had that channel. They was on almost every night. So for me, he was like a hero, bro. It's like he wasn't even real. So to get the opportunity to rep the Jordan brand and be a part or to be in that circle, like that was I can't even describe it, bro. We had such a great time. But yeah, he didn't seem real. He didn't seem real.
He doesn't. Ocho, listen, I've talked to Denzel face to face, had a conversation. Samuel Jackson, Oprah. I saw Victoria, David Beckham. I mean, I've seen some of the biggest stars in the world. I've never seen anybody. It's like he levitating. I'm like, Ocho, man, this man glowing. You remember how Bruce Leroy, how he was glowing?
Showing up.
And showing up how he was glowing. Yes. Oh, I swear. And I'm not gonna be blasphemous, but boy, if you ever met him, Ocho, if you think about it, every athlete that ever meet him says the exact same thing about him. So I thought it was just me. I was like, well, hey, I'm in the league. I made a couple of Pro Bowls, Ocho. I'm an All-Pro. I'm a pretty good player. So I say, well, man, I'm starstruck. But then I hear people that's Hall of Famers and won championships feel the exact same way. I said, okay, it ain't no bull jive. No, he for real. I mean, and like I said, he different. Because I'm saying, you think he gonna be like, hey man, how you doing? Bro, you just met me. You talking ish from the door. Bro, you know what I'm saying, Ocho? You ain't expecting that.
That's him.
Yeah.
I'm from the get.
Yeah.
I said, oh my goodness. But you got to. I've never met Tiger. So I don't know how that'll be. But I can't imagine it'll be. The only thing I probably could compare it to would probably be the other MJ. The OG MJ, Michael Jackson. That's probably the only thing that I can compare it to because Mike was the only one that people pay all that money to go to the concert and don't watch it because they fainted. The man come out there and just stand, and people are just fainting.
Yeah, it was different. So
I think that would probably be the only thing comparable to it. I had the fortune of meeting Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like I said, I've met big. Had a conversation with Jeff Bezos. Ain't nothing like MJ, bro.
Different.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Joe's like, and as a matter of fact, I'm trying to think. When the All-Star game was in LA, he had a party, and I got an invite. And you couldn't drive because it was at one of them Bel Air mansions. And so you drove, and they had bus and shuttles to pick you up and take you. I mean, the mansion, this place probably 50,000 square foot.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, they had crab legs, lobster, all the stuff, but they had it like on a conveyor belt. So the place was coming around, Ocho coming. I bullshit you not, Ocho. I bullshit you not, Ocho. I'm like. I was like, man, what the food? They's like, oh, it's getting ready to come out. I was like, okay. I'm like, so I walk a little further, and there it is on a conveyor belt. Now, he is like in a little back room, hold up. He's smoking his cigar. He gonna be on them cigars now.
Hey, Ocho, there ain't nothing like the brand Jordan parties out doing All-Star Weekend.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah. So I had the luxury to be a 7-time All-Star. So I was a brand Jordan athlete that entire time. So man, they were star-studded, bro. It was it. That's the place you wanted to be. Hey, look, even when I don't even go to All-Star weekends now, I got people who be hitting my phone during All-Star weekend. Hey, you think you get me in that Jordan party? I'm like, man, look.
No. Yeah. I mean, I don't. You know what? I got there by half. I don't. As a matter of fact, Ocho, to this day, I still don't know how I got in because somebody sent the thing to my phone. They did. They sent the thing to my phone. I don't even know how they got my number. Yeah. I was like,
"Oh, he gonna get?
Is this for real?"
Hey.
Oh, it was off the chain, Ocho. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was off the chain.
Hey, I gotta meet Jordan, man. I gotta see if he can really. I gotta see if he can talk that shit. I gotta see if he talk. Joe, you know I'm gonna go at him, Joe.
Hey, you're gonna have to take Nightcap to All-Star weekend.
I gotta go at him, Joe. But you really think you would have done something with me? Huh? I would have had that 23. I would have had that 23 looking like 32.
Hey, he gonna be like, we can do that right now. But let me tell you what he gonna do. He said, I got $1 million cash right now. Let's go play this. Let's go play the lever.
I tell it for his million, I got 5,200.
Oh, you got 50.
Hey, cause the way he bets, Ocho, he gonna bet whatever's gonna make you feel uncomfortable.
Right. Hey, listen, and you know what? I live my life I've gotten comfortable being uncomfortable. So that's not gonna work with me.
When that man said $1 million, see, I don't know. I've seen $1 million cash, and I ain't really trying to do anything for $1 million cash. I ain't trying to shoot no one shot. I ain't trying to play no pool. I ain't trying to play no ice hockey. I ain't trying to play no Madden. It's a whole different ball game. You notice, like in the World Series of Poker, when it gets down to the final table, what they do, Ocho? They bring that $8 million, that $10 million out of cash, and they put it on the table.
Yeah.
Just imagine, Ocho, if they your salary, they put your whole salary up there. They said, okay, now win this game, you get that. If you don't, we take it.
Yeah, I like it. Listen, I like my chances one-on-one anything right now with Jordan right now.
I don't.
Be honest with yourself.
I don't. I will put my $1 million on him. That way I do.
Matter of fact, say, are you sure? Joe, who you got? Who you got right now? And horse, shoot around one-on-one, me or Jordan?
I got Jordan.
You know, hey Mike, if you see this, make it happen, boy. Make it light of
this. Hey Joe. Huh? Hey Joe, I think me and you better get a line of credit. We might need to get some more money to put on.
Mike, I love you, baby. Make it light on yourself, boy. Holla at your boy, man.
We get a lot of Joe. I think we get a lot of credit. And make us some money, make us some quick money.
I'm with you, right.
Mike, with all due respect, holla at your boy, man. Let's do something, man. I need to prove myself to these folk now.
A Kentucky mom is speaking out after her 8-year-old son unknowingly ordered 30 boxes of Dum Dum lollipops on Amazon, racking up a $4,200 charge. She discovered her son Liam had placed an order on Amazon over 70,000 Dum Dums. After discovering the order, LaFavor said she immediately called Amazon. She was instructed to reject delivery to initiate refund. The family stayed home to intercept the package, but despite tracking the delivery in the app, the first 22 boxes showed up without notice. Liam went outside to ride the scooter and started screaming, "My suckers are here!" She said there were 22 boxes of suckers on the front porch.
Hey.
How Liam know how to order something and I don't?
There's one thing about it though. You can tell the ethnicity of a group like this when kids order that kind of stuff. Because if it was me and I ordered something off my grandma or my mama card without them knowing, $4,200. Man.
First of all, ain't nobody had no credit card. I ain't had no credit card till I was a senior in college. So I damn sure ain't gonna have ain't nobody had no credit. I didn't even know no credit card was.
You know how young he gotta be to be. He's excited about ordering suckers. He's a little kid.
He's 8 years old.
So that means he went in his mama purse. He ain't got no credit card for himself. He done went and got a card and ordered stuff online. Man, you know where I would be at? Man, CPS, CPS would have had to come get me, man. They would have had to come get me.
Nah, I ain't gonna call. Because they're gonna kidnap me and beat me again. I ain't calling.
Hey, they would have had to come get.
70,000 dum-dums.
Hey, 4,200, Unc. Can you imagine back then, back when we was young, ordering
What?
$4,200 worth of
Bro,
on Nate card back
do you
then?
know how much Ash, look and see how much $4,200 is in the price of inflation right now. It's got to be like 20,000.
Man, listen, I told you.
Just go, hella, 8 years old, so that'd have been 68, 76. It's got to be 15, 20,000.
It don't matter what it is. We ain't have it. I know that. We didn't have it. We didn't have it. So I'm calling child protective child services for me.
CPS on yourself, huh?
Hey, do me a favor. Please come get me for my mom and my grandma get home, please. I don't want no problems.
We see it. Yeah, 1976, $4,200. $34,000 now. Boy, I'd have died. Ain't no
here
way.
lies the
Boy, that's a house. You know how much $34,000? You could have bought a house for $34,000 back then.
Absolutely. A nice house too at that.
A good car was like $3,000, $2,500, $3,000. Oh no. I don't play around that, man. You look. My grandma, hey boy, go bring me my purse. And don't go in it. Hey, ain't no, hey, she ain't say, hey, go get this. Bring me my purse. Cause, might have had to stick me a couple of quarters up out of there. Cause back then, people kept change in a handkerchief. It wasn't no loose change in the bottom of my grandma's purse or that side. They kept change in a handkerchief.
My grandma had the little change, the little change pouch.
Your change purse. You remember, Ocho? You remember the thing you squeeze and you put your change in the side, the little squeezy thing?
It was rubber. It was like rubber. Yeah.
Yeah. You used to give them at school. Here you go. I hope you put some money in it because I ain't got no money to put in it. I was just have it in my pocket. I ain't got no money. But there was a lady pulled over. She was swerving. Come to find out, she had a suspended license. Tag was suspended. When they arrived to the window, there was a raccoon had a meth pipe in his mouth. He said, it ain't mine. It's hers. She just passed it off to me.
Wait, it's a lady. She was swerving. Her license suspended.
And she had suspended tags. So the police pulled her over. When they get to the car, there's a raccoon. She had the paperwork, all the documentation, because you have to have documentation for a wild animal like that. He was on the passenger seat, and he had a meth pipe in his mouth.
They got to be somewhere in the country, boy. And it ain't none of us either.
Ohio. Ohio.
Hey.
Say he lived down the street from Jordan.
Hey, as long as it wasn't Cincinnati. And I could imagine, I could just picture that right now, too. I could just picture it.
Raccoon said it wasn't his.
Hey, that's funny.
I take him at his word. Did she
go to jail?
Yeah, she got suspended license. I guess they had to call somebody to come get the raccoon.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because you can't, certain states will allow you to have them, but you have to have the proper paperwork.
You can domesticate them, but you're right. You do got to have the paperwork.
Hey, we got the video. Let's see the video.
Oh. Hey.
What?
Come here.
Hello?
The raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what? Oh my God.
Her meth pipe. He's playing with the meth pipe right now. No, don't reach for it. That's evidence now.
Oh, I don't want him to have
that. That's why I'm going to do it. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
It's okay.
Okay, you're on he'll be here in 2 minutes. I'm right across from my house.
Is that what that is? Yeah. Okay. This is what she's smoking meth in.
Okay.
The raccoon's playing with her meth pipe.
All right.
It's not a cops episode. It seemed like a cops episode. He laughing, talking about the meth pipe, the raccoon. He not taking his job too serious. Hey, that's a good one.
No, I mean, at that point in time, I mean, it ain't nothing. And I guess they ended up finding some. I think it's been reported that they found other contraband in the car also.
Yeah, she a little older too, but she on the back end, so she having a good time.